station is now. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Anime Roomy. The members are
Lovely Lively Pink, Sakura. Your Blue Ranger, One-san, Yuri.
and I'm Ramsey, a touch of sweet and sour yellow, Yuzu. I'm excited to introduce our guest today, who's the lead admin of the world's largest database and community site specializing in anime and manga called MyAnimeList. Hi, Alison. Thank you for joining us today.
Hello, thank you for having me.
So this time we'll be having our anime talk with Alison-san. First question is what served as a catalyst for your anime obsession, or what got you into it all?
So when I was growing up, Sailor Moon and Pokemon were very big on TV a lot. I didn't know really the difference between them and other kids' anime, but as I got a little bit older, Cardcaptor Sakura, Escaflowne, Gundam Wing, a bunch of others started getting dubbed and aired on television. So that really got me started.
I think in one of our earlier episodes too, Yuri said that, Sailor Moon was the beginning of everything, right?
It was a major touchstone.
What is it?
My awakening to this great medium that was unlike American cartoons.
Raison d'Air.
Yeah, pretty much. Sailor Moon is the foundation of my otakudom today. So
and Cardcaptor is mine too.
Yeah, and then Sakura.
I know.
We had the same in. It's great.
Yeah, because as much as I know Cardcaptors is pales in comparison to actual Cardcaptor Sakura, but I can tell you what, there are some spicy parts in that show that even the original didn't have. So I do have a warm place in my heart for it.
That's one of the cool things now that the internet makes it possible to have communities like MyAnimeList, where just the exposure that you might get to a show on TV in whatever form it might be, tweaked and nudged and changed a little bit for an audience in the country where it's airing. Now you can go online and find all this information about these series you're curious about. Not only that, there's a community waiting for you that you can jump into sharing the excitement with.
Yeah.
About the time that I started getting into Sailor Moon, only the first season had been dubbed and aired on North American television. And personal computers, I'm dating myself here, but personal computers were just starting to be in family homes. And we were getting access to internet, and I was looking on the internet for information about the manga and looking at the manga art. And if I wouldn't have had that access to the internet, I'm not sure I would have gotten as deeply into anime as I did.
It was the dawning of a new generation, and we were there for it.
We're the .com boomies.
Yeah. But then I fell out of anime again for a while I was in university. And it was really...
Tends to happen.
But it was streaming, the advent of streaming being invented, that really brought me back. So I can see how it's really helped to make the entire anime community abroad really grow.
Yeah.
We're lucky we have our roomies to chill with, but for some people, that community might not be in your neighborhood or in your town or even in your country. But look at... technology does some good things for fans like us once in a while.
Yeah, so what is your all-time favorite work, if you have one?
I have two favorite manga, which both have anime adaptations. The first is Fruits Basket, which you mentioned earlier.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, I love it.
Me too.
The second would be Yona of the Dawn, or Akatsuki no Yona.
Yeah.
Last week I caught up to the most recent chapter, and it's so exciting. I reread everything again. And I'm waiting eagerly for the next issue of Hanata Yume to come out.
So if you've read all the manga, how do you feel about the anime adaptation? Do you like it, or is there something you would want to add on to it if you could?
Or would you hope to see it rebooted the way that Fruits Basket also had happened?
I don't think it needs a reboot like Fruits Basket, but I'd really love to see a continuation. I watched the anime before reading the manga. Generally, I don't like reading ongoing manga. I try to wait until they're completed. But I love the anime so much, I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, that one was like a sleeper hit too, because I remember seeing it, and then like not a lot of like period piece anime or period piece-esque like fantasy anime get too popular or like have a lot going behind it.
It was
because like you know there's like Sengoku Basara and stuff like that, and it's like totally not my vibe. So a lot of those like period piece like anime and stuff kind of make me not really listen to it or like watch it too much. But like I gave Akatsuki no Yona such a shot, and I was like excited how good it was. Like, you know, she's just like another good badass female character, and she out there, she got her own little reverse harem going on, and you know, I'm feeling it.
It was really heralded as like a new generation's Fushigi Yugi when it came out. And I get the comparison, but I also started from the manga. I liked it quite a bit. I actually like it quite a lot better.
So if I can say two things about it for people who are listening who haven't seen it yet. One would be that Yona, who she is at the start of the anime and manga, is not who she is by the middle already. So if you don't like her at the start, keep going, don't give up. And even though the anime might come off a bit as a reverse harem, I think in the end, the story is very much a romance story. There isn't too much of a harem for people who don't like that.
So, we were also curious about the reason why you started using MyAnimeList.
Yuri mentioned earlier something about being able to find other people who also like anime like you do. And that's really what got me started using Mal. I was looking for more recommendations. I was probably searching something like what to watch if you like Oran.
Excellent choice.
Yeah. And I found Mal that way. I thought, oh, there's so many good recommendations. There's other people here who like to talk about anime. So I joined.
So thank you so much for sharing a lot about, you know, yourself and also about Mal. And so after this, we'll be asking Alison-san this summer's anime recommendations. So stay tuned for that. Anime Roomy. Next up is a report from Japan, Mikan's OTA-KATSU Diary.
Mikan's OTA-KATSU Diary. Hey Roomies! So lately I've had the chance to really, go around and explore Japan, especially Tokyo. I'd see somewhere or something and be like, oh my gosh, wait, I've seen that in a scene of an anime. And one that I was really like, wait, what? Was when I was just walking around Tokyo with my friend. We were just kind of aimlessly walking, really. And we saw the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium. And I was like, wait, that looks really familiar. And what I recognized it from was both Haikyuu and Kuroko's Basket. It was the, when they do like the national championships and stuff. I kind of freaked out. I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe I just randomly walked up to this, and really weird. It was a weird experience, but it was cool. And a couple others was the Shibuya crossing, with the like 109, the 109, I think in English. But just seeing like the crossing, and like I feel like that's a scene that's also depicted in like quite a lot of animes. And same with Hachiko, with the dog statue where people usually set as like a place to meet up. And I actually did meet up with a couple of friends there, and it felt so weird. It felt like a scene from an anime. And I also had the chance to go around like Takeshita Street. Felt like I was going to like Seijijunde without going Seijijunde. Like I just landed there. Like, I don't know, they're just all there. Like, it's so weird to think that it's part of Japan's, I guess, like daily life, like people in Japan. But for me, it just felt so new and very Japan, I guess is the word. And it really felt like the world that I see in anime and the reality of Japan really collided a lot. And I don't know, that was really interesting. It was really fun to see. But that's all for today. Thank you. Mikan's OTA-KATSU Diary.
Our guest today is MyAnimeList Lead Admin Alison. So we'll be hosting a special corner called Tell Us, Alison Senpai Summer Anime Special. So for those who are listening, have you all checked out information regarding this summer's anime yet? So let's hear about Alison-san's summer anime recommendations.
Senpai, welcome back.
Thank you.
What kind of works do we have in store for this summer? What can we be looking forward to?
So summer 2022 anime season is kind of interesting in that it's a mix of a bunch of sequels, some which haven't aired or had a second season for a very long time, and mix of some adaptations that are quite old as well.
I think this is potentially another place that Mal really comes in handy because I'm seeing the count of new shows just for summer upcoming is 67.
Oh,
So that's a lot of anime.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing we have this to keep track of it all.
so is there a particular anime that you're looking forward to yourself?
The anime that I'm personally looking forward to the most is Kumicho Musume, or the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting in English.
Hold on. Okay, I think my interest has been piqued.
So Spy Family is airing right now in spring season.
True.
And while I don't think this one is exactly the same as Spy Family, if you really enjoy the interactions between Lloyd and Anya, I think that you'll also really like this one. It's about dangerous kind of burly Yakuza guy who ends up having to take care of the mafia boss's, the Yakuza boss's young girl. And
His daughter.
Yes, his
Oh
daughter.
my goodness.
So the top of the synopsis is "Who's your nanny?" and all that.
which is hilarious. And I have to say the only thing that made me laugh harder was the summary of it on Mal, where it mentions the themes of the story. For Kumicho Musume to Sewagakari, it says studios feel and Gaina, source manga, themes, childcare, organized crime. Which is yeah, I mean, there's you don't need a more perfect hook, but then I see looking at it, it looks very, very cute and heartwarming.
Does it have any kind of vibe similarity to Hina Matsuri?
I think so. I was reading some of the reviews for the manga, and I know that one person was saying that it's not as comedic as Hinamatsuri, but definitely a similar relationship between the two main characters.
I'm excited.
Hinamatsuri got really surreal at times, in a good way, but
So
like
funny.
a more slice of life infused version of that is definitely something I didn't.
It was like a real, what is it? One punch Yakuza Yojo show.
Actually, speaking of the Yakuza and slice of life, I suppose this would be like the logical, in a sort of spiritual sequel sense, this is like the logical continuation of, I'm blanking on the title.
House husband.
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gokushufudo, the way of the house
Yes.
husband, where he
There
goes
we
from
go.
Yakuza stay-at-home homemaker husband to Yakuza babysitter.
Except you swap Suda for Hosea.
But yeah, the voice cast looks solid gold as well.
I haven't seen the voice cast yet. Who?
Hosea Yoshimasa. Hosea plays the main guy.
Main
Um,
man.
And then they
Who's
they
been,
have a bunch of other popular seiyuu as well that sadly don't act as much these days. Like for example, Kamiya Hiroshi.
Oh.
Oh, I see. Fukujin in here. Jun Fukuyama's in here.
Hmm.
Kyoto Takeuchi. A lot of guys who have had sort of tough guy roles or taciturn guy roles, like Yoshimasa Hosea is very well known for being Sosuke in Free and Reiner in Attack on Titan. But also, I hope this will be like a good venue for them to like show the comedy side of their skills as well. This sounds like a great pick. And I confess I hadn't heard anything about it, but I'm gonna need to do some preliminary research into the manga. And
I'm gonna go start reading
click.
it.
I am putting this. It is now on my plan to watch list.
Awesome. One more.
Yuri is our our de facto organized otaku.
I run the library at the Roomy's home. If there's, it's going on the list, and I'm gonna keep track of it.
We didn't get to cover all of the summer anime yet, so there's still more to cover. And please make sure to join us next time, where we'll be having Alison Senpai back as a guest to talk more about the other summer anime. Thank you so much for joining us today, Alison Senpai. Arigatou gozaimashita.
Thank you for having me, and see you again next week.
So this episode was super fun. How was it for you guys?
It was delightful having a guest. Really, really fun to have someone to bring us the latest info about the slate of summer shows and help us pick a gem out of the huge hill of new things coming out.
Yeah, I appreciate being brought the facts, and I love the info, but I also love the great taste that you bring to the table.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to be counting down the days until I see this is set to air in July. It's no joke, it's on the calendar. And MAL even has a notify me when it starts button now.
Oh, wow.
I see. So time to use that.
Yeah, we definitely got to learn a lot more about summer anime, but also Mal, right? And also Alison Senpai. So make sure also to join us for our next episode, where we'll have Alison Senpai back. And before that, also make sure to check out our Twitter account and website, and tweet us your questions, suggestions for future episodes, and comments at #AnimeRoomy. That's it for today. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye, Roomies.